How many drunks do you know who can reason? Odinkalu reacts to ex-users asking if anyone can get Wike to reason. Oh boy, because Wike has put himself in trouble when he was the governor. He said he drinks every morning. He wakes up to drink his 40 years old whiskey, and now he's behaving like somebody who is tipsy almost all the time. So I think on that note, a Twitter user or an ex-user came out to say, to ask for someone who can get FCT minister to reason. And now Denkale is reacting to that same person. Why would you ask anyone to go and get Wike to reason? How many drunks have you ever seen reason correctly? They are never there. Oh boy, these people they are giving Wike water left, right, and center. So in a recent statement shared on his official X, formerly Twitter, account, Chidi Odinkalu, a Nigerian law professor and former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, has criticized Federal Capital Territory Minister Jason Wike's demolition of houses. So the controversial demolition have brought public outcry, with many questioning the legality of the actions. So Odinkalu, in his reaction in response to a user who wondered if someone could reason with Wike to stop the demolitions. Wike's actions have faced backlash from citizens who believe the demolitions are unjust and carried out without sufficient legal basis. So many argue that the demolitions have disrupted the lives of residents and violated their rights to housing and property. So in his statement, Odinkalu expressed his views on Wike's behavior, hinting at what he sees as a recklessness in Wike's approach. So from the Twitter page, Odinkalu wrote, "How many drunks do you know who can also reason?" Okay, so the gritty glutton is perpetually inebriated. Oh boy, they don't give him more. And this in reaction to this guy. Somebody say, isn't there someone who can get the FCT minister to reason? What is the mass housing plan for citizens? Will people live on the air? Notably, these are your handyman, office assistants, etc. How does he expect his rich colleagues and associates to be served? Not be smart, you know. It was this post that Odinkalu, tried to respond to by asking how many drunks do you know who can also reason. They are not there. Okay, the greedy glutton is perpetually inebriated. So how many drunks do you know who can also reason? The greedy glutton is perpetually inebriated. Odinkalu wrote his statement suggests that Odinkalu wrote. So his statement suggests that Wike's decision appear impulsive and fueled by personal interest rather than genuine concern for public welfare. So the term #greedy glutton implies that Odinkalu perceives Wike's action as driven by greed, with little regard for the citizens affected by the demolitions. So Odinkalu's criticism reflects general public frustration over the ongoing demolitions, which have raised questions about property rights in Nigeria. So many residents of the FCT worry that the demolitions could continue unchecked, leaving families without shelter or adequate compensation. Exactly. So you are demolishing house and you are throwing people away and you're making more people homeless. And the system in Nigeria is so bad. What you are supposed to do is that if you think local people came to build where they should not build, what the government is supposed to do is create housing program and resettle them. You resettle them, not that you just demolish their properties and say it's illegal and throw them to the road and say get out, get out. So whether they have a way to sleep, where to eat or anything, with the level of poverty in Nigeria, people cannot afford food now. You're adding the problem of shelter to them. It doesn't work. We quite understand the regulations around building, but if government is sincere, they should map out everywhere and resettle everybody properly for everybody to be. Housing every citizen is government obligation, and not destroying their place of habitation that you did not even provide and you know you can't provide. So we can't use illegality to fight illegality. So again, people are questioning the legality of his actions. How is it supported by law and all of that? But the question is, if you think these are local people, some of them don't even understand their left from their right. They enjoy their community land. So they feel it's their land and they have to do what they want on their land. Now you are chasing them out of the same land and you are not considering where you are chasing them into. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. All right. The comment section, just one comment, and somebody saying El-Rufai, former FCT minister, was not a drunk, but he demolished more places than Honorable Minister Wike. A wicked mind is a wicked mind, whether drunk or sober. Okay, so I get what this one is trying to say. So Wike's action is not because he's drunk. It could be because of just, wickedness in the mind. That is it. So simple wickedness in the mind. What this guy is trying to say is that, some people, what is his name? The former FCT minister, El-Rufai, who was also former Kaduna State governor, was FCT minister, and he demolished a lot of properties as well, and he was not a drunk. And I don't think he still is a drunk even now. So, drunkenness is immaterial and inconsequential. That is what this person is trying to say. But again, I might need to differ a bit. Yes, there are some people that are even more wicked in their mind than when they are drunk. So there are some people that whether they're drunk or they're not drunk, their decision cannot be influenced by anything. There are some people that are not drunk, and when they take action, they are more deadly than a drunk person. So it varies with individual. For wicked kind of person, I don't think it's gone beyond drinking, because even when he's not drunk, he's still doing some things that hurt other people. He's still making political decisions that hurt people, and he doesn't care. So, yeah, just that he mentioned about 40 years old whiskey that he drinks every morning does not mean that he's drunk all the time. I'm sure his eyes are clear. He knows what he's doing. He's just a very mean person. I can accept that. He's just a very mean person, mean to the core, very mean to the core. So, but again, what they're trying to say is that nobody can get him to reason, because that is his nature. Because so even the person on the Twitter page that was asking if there's anyone or if there's no one that can reason with him or get him to reason to stop the mess, nobody. Wike will not listen to anybody. He's an emperor, so an emperor does not listen to anybody. That is what he has made himself to be. He claims to be an emperor, and he sees himself as an emperor. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment, as Odinkalu has responded that there's no drunk that ever reasons correctly. These people are serious.